Namaste, Jai Bharat. This social media, especially when we see through the social media like either YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, it's not necessarily always correct. There are rumors, there are deliberate lies, and there are programmed deceptions. There are programmed hegemonies. One such instance of hegemony is to say that these deliberately unreal things are floated in the interest of someone who's losing. I come across some narratives. 10 states in Asia or 10 nations in Asia who are facing economic disaster. That was the title. Now they have mentioned 10 nations in Asia where all the 10s are economically progressing. There's someone who doesn't want to see this, or doesn't want to acknowledge, or who feels hurt or troubled by these 10 states making progress. So what they have done, they paid. Most likely they paid and got someone to create a video where all these 10 nations are shown to be facing depression, and they talk about my nation, saying that there are unrest here, agitations here, lawlessness here, all those things, which of course personally living here I know that these things are far from being anywhere near any kind of truth. So this is there in the social media, and there are some people in the social media who are of course paid, programmed, scripted and structured. The name I'll tell you, his name is originally Badruddin Rashid Lahori, but this name no one knows because he uses a Hindu name and speaks about, he creates such narratives which don't have any base. These are fictions of imagination and then presentations. Of course he gets paid, that becomes his job, I suppose. He gets paid by doing so and is given programs to speak up, is given scripts, and these things are also there. Who has many viewerships? That's maybe one way of existence. One way of existence. The people want to exist in all kinds of manner. Someone in the righteous manner, someone in any kind of manner, so long as it pays. Now, there are rumors. Why I made such long introduction about rumors is that what I am going to speak is not anywhere near authentic, but it's a rumor which I find is very positive. The rumor is this: Elon Musk is likely to be technical advisor to Prime Minister of Bharat. Elon Musk is likely to be a technical advisor of Prime Minister of Bharat. This is the narrative happened here. This is of course a very welcome thought, as you understand. This person, Elon Musk, is an impossible character in the sense that, see, I have a friend who used to make narratives, who met, once he met this Nobel nominee, the late Dr. Sudarshan, in his home, and they were discussing, they were talking at length. Then my friend told me later, much later, that this Dr. Sudarshan was telling, see, all the great personalities in the Europe, he was talking in the name of Hegel or Kant or something like that. These people must be the rebirths of great minds in Bharat who never got recognition for various reasons. There were great people in Bharat. There are still great people in Bharat who are not known to others. And somehow they are not known. And most of these people don't care whether they are known or not. I don't care whether someone sees my video or not personally. If I do it this time at a very small stage, what would have been the attitude of such great minds who never bothered? You see, there are many people who wrote so many things in Bharat and they never mentioned their own names by writing. This phenomenon is in front of you. So this Dr. Sudarshan, Nobel Prize nominee, was talking to my friend. Somehow he happened to go to his house and discuss, entered in some kind of conversation for some long time. And this is his view. The great minds, they in their next birth gets born as people like Hegel, Kant, or someone like that, even Marx. Great minds were born. This was, he said, half jokingly, half seriously, must be. But then it's something interesting to hear. Whether how real, true it is a separate question. But this is an interesting narrative, harmless narrative actually. Similarly, when you talk about Elon Musk, I have a similar feeling that is he a rebirth of Bharat Maharshi? Is he a rebirth of Maharshi Bharatwaj? Because this person is an impossible person. There's nothing that he doesn't do, or there's nothing that he cannot do. Wherever he lays his hand, he creates wonders. What kinds of results he makes? So, someone would say he's not a human being. Yeah, possibly. That's what I compared him with Maharshi Bharadwaj, or so any of the Maharshis who lived in Bharat, who created impossible things. So if this person becomes an advisor, technical advisor to a person so dynamic as our Prime Minister, with such visions, he is one person who understands things quickly. Just tell you one thing, he gets the whole picture. You don't have to explain anything to him. That's one thing especially about our Prime Minister. When he was Chief Minister of Gujarat, there's an instance, someone tries to explain things to me. He doesn't need it. We just mention, he gets the whole picture. The film started playing, the cinema started playing in his mind. He understands the whole thing into even the smallest possible details. You don't have to make any explanations. That's the kind of mind he has, so vibrant mind, very unusual. Could be another rebirth of another great person. So, such a person as in authority, who doesn't need any explanations, who understands things without any effort, who understands things so completely with all its complications and difficulties instantly and very, very, very clearly. If that person is associated with a technical wizard, an impossible person, I would say, Elon Musk, then things will make good progress. So one thing good in these people is that they both are very positive. They are positive for humanity. They are positive for the people. They are positive for everyone. They are not negative. They are not destructive. They are very constructive people. They are great creators. And once these two minds join, that should be very positive for everyone in the world, because the Hindus believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. They would like to do everything for the world, not just for themselves, not just for our nation. Of course, our nation is first, nation always first, but then for others. We don't create destructive ideas. We don't create something that would destroy someone. That's not in our agenda of bringing harm to others. That had never been in our agenda in the entire past history of our nation and our culture. It was never the case. So if this is somewhere near truth, it's such a soothing and welcoming thought which I happened to hear this morning. Very soothing and welcoming thought that if this impossible person, Elon Musk, whom I think must be a rebirth of Maharshi Bharadwaj. I just got one mind. There are many such Maharshis. Many such Maharshis who were impossible geniuses, impossible giants with such great minds. And Shankara, which is very, very young in that tradition, in his 32 years of life, what he has achieved is a miracle. It's amazing. You just can't even understand. Forget about realizing what he has done. Is a different thing. But you can't even understand it. Imagine how he could achieve all those things in such short period. If this is true, then that's going to be very positive. Not just for Bharat, not just for the US, but for the entire world. But that's such a welcome thought. So it was soothing to hear this. It was soothing to speak about it. It was soothing to think about it. We shall meet again with some other thought. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Sri Ram.